What's up, everybody? Y'all come on in. What's up, Nagari Boshi? What's up, King? Yeah, come on in. We'll give him another minute and we'll get started. What's up, Ted? All right. Let us begin. Let us begin. Now, I've been doing, this will be my seventh installment of this particular series about World War III and how it's going on all over our planet. We talked about space, the celestials. We talked about the inner earth wars. Talked about the aquatic wars and the sky wars. Talked about the war on the ground, Anunnaki versus the Cabal. You know, we talked about all that. So, why would it be any different that the nature kingdom, the nature queendom, the nature beings are having the same fucking problem, right? Why wouldn't it be? Let's start out with the basics. What up, Devin? Let's start out with the basics. Weather fucking manipulation. Let's start there. Heart and all that bullshit. They've been manipulating the weather. They've been trying to cool it off down here in Bama hard. Like it's been raining religiously. And this ain't even the rainy season. It's November. I mean, it's October. Getting ready to hit November. It's not a rainy season like that. It's a cold season. It's usually a cold season, but we now know cold is artificial. They pump in the air with liquid nitrogen, using their technology to pump the air with liquid nitrogen. And so the nature kingdoms is dealing with a lot. Chemtrails, you know, hitting the trees, the nanites, hitting the trees, poisoning nature, all of that, right? So they dealing with a lot. Fairies, and when I said nature kingdom, I'm talking about the fairies, the devas, the elementals, you know, like the sylphs and the undines, the gnomes, you know, salamanders, dragons. You know what I mean by the nature energy. You see what I'm saying? All these beings that contribute to the well-being of nature from that natural dimension. You see what I'm saying? So they're having the same problem. And they've been going to war with these motherfuckers a lot. Cleaning up the skies. The air elementals been cleaning up the skies. The water elementals is trying to clean up the water, but they keep poisoning it. The fire elementals is causing volcanoes to erupt, to alter the fucking the landscape. And then you got the earth elementals fucking triggering tectonic plates to shift the land mass around. See what I'm saying? So all of them doing their job right now. Everybody putting in work. The fairies are hard at work trying to bring magic back. You know, trying their damnedest to bring magic back to the planet, cause it's been pretty much suppressed and oppressed. See what I'm saying? Magic is a natural way of life. Magic is nothing but melanin manipulation through the functions of spell work, casting, ritual work, so on and so forth. What's up, Lisa? So, see what I'm saying? And so on and so forth. So you got a lot going on here. You got a lot going on with all this fucking manipulation and destruction that these beings, these archonic beings, have caused on this planet. Because we fall into their dimension, this Amentian realm. You see what I'm saying? And it's an ugly world to live in right now. It's an ugly world to live in. Of course, everybody has pretty much figured out that the world don't supposed to be this fucked up. And everybody now is starting to see, or starting to at least ask the question, why is the world this fucked up? Well, this is why. You got beings who work for these archons, you know, Adolfo. Forget his last name. His first name is Adolfo, but he's the Jesuit general out there in Israel. And he's what you call the Black Pope. And he's working for the archons to fuck the planet up. Make sure that this planet continues to be a planetary restaurant. And you have those kinds of beings on all planets in this dimension, making sure that they continue to be planetary restaurants for the archons. If the archons don't get their serving, then you best believe they're gonna come see you, give you a warning. After they give you their warning, then and you continue to fuck up, you're gonna be assassinated and replaced, like always. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes they may show favor, you know. If you've done enough work for them, they might just let you step down. But most of the time, they're gonna assassinate you and take you out the game. So this is what the nature beings is dealing with. They dealing with a lot. Have y'all noticed that when last time y'all seen a fruit tree? You know, when last time you seen a fruit tree for real? With the apple trees, with the grapevines. You know, you get a few berry trees every now and then, but even they just start to disappear. It's because they poison in nature. See what I'm saying? With the orange trees, you see what I'm saying? All the fruit trees, all the things that grow naturally out of the earth. Ask yourself, where are all these things? What happened to all these fucking natural foods that the earth used to produce? The answer is they destroyed it all. See what I'm saying? These corporations came in, picked the land, destroyed it, and have y'all ever noticed that these factories are always kicking out smog from they sulfur into the sky? Yeah, that's helping to kill nature, actually. And they poison the waters with pollution. See what I'm saying? So this is what's going on. That's why you don't have fruit trees no more. You see what I'm saying? Cause me and one of my spiritual lady friends, we like, where all the goddamn fruit trees at? You used to live off the earth, cause she from a older time where these things still existed. So she like, you used to live off the earth when I was growing up. You used to get fish. You used to just get food off the trees. Pick apples and oranges and all that. And just a little short time. In just a little short time, what happened? All this shit vanished. Just mysteriously disappeared. This is what's going on. What's up, Davari? Yes. All this, peace, brother. Force is strong today. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, all these things, just in a little short time, all those things are gone now. Fish been poisoned. They coming up dead on the fucking river. Told you about that in the aquatic wars. Now you ain't got no food on your trees, cause they want you to be dependent on them. Cause they know if you're not dependent on them, then they system will fall. They need you to buy their genetically modified foods. You see what I'm saying? The GMFs. Or organisms, as they also call it, GMOs as well. So it's funny how they fuck this planet up. You can't even get food off your trees now, y'all. So yeah, you can't even get food off the grapevines because they done killed that. You know, they sell you genetically modified grapes without seeds now. The Jamaicans been telling us for years that the bananas genetically modified. They got the real bananas that they produce in Jamaica have seeds. So they supposed to be picking these bananas and selling them, but where they going? We ain't getting them. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Where these bananas going? Into their factories to be cloned, to be genetically modified. So they're trying to kill everybody. The best way they can is chemical warfare, biological warfare. See what I'm saying? And so that's what the nature spirits won't let us know, how they literally killed so much in nature. Trees used to be fucking goddamn 50 feet tall. But after them salting the earth, poisoning nature with nanites, all this shit, the average tree is about fucking, it's about 19 to 20 feet. I think it's the average tree now. Some of them about 12 to 15 feet. See what I'm saying? So they not nearly as high as they used to be. You see what I'm saying? They used to be 100 feet tall back in the day. 1,000 feet tall. Now they down to 19, 20, 50 feet. You see what I'm saying? So yeah. We said I was just in Whole Foods today. They look at you funny, but we used to need their ass. But we used to not need their ass. We could get food just walking outside and nobody went hungry. Exactly. Everybody from that generation will tell you, like, nah, this is new. We ain't used to depend on them for shit. And so they made sure before the cycles ended that they shut that shit down. That's why they attacking you living in nature. You see what I'm saying? Living off the land. Self-farming. They attacking all that because they need you dependent on their system. Without their system, then all this shit fall apart. You see what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. That's what's going on. And of course, the convenience of it, the trap is convenience. Here, we all are victims of that. The trap is convenience. They know you're not gonna always want to cook. They know you're not gonna always want to fucking sit down at a stove all day. So they weaponize that and use that against us. You see what I'm saying? And produce fast foods. You see what I'm saying? Motherfuckers been thinking soul food is what's been killing us. Now fast food is what's killing us. For real. Motherfuckers been eating soul food for 100 years and living longer than we are. See what I'm saying? They living for 120 years. They eat soul food for 50 years, for 100 years. No problem. Goddamn, we been eating soul food for, we've been eating fast food since we were born, and we sicker than they are. You see what I'm saying? So what's more deadly, the fast food or the soul food? Fast food. Because soul food is alchemy. You at least cook that on your stove and create your own energy. So we now know what's more deadly in that. So that's what's going on here. Shit. So yeah. It's nature wars at its finest. There's a lot going on. The dragons are also back, reminding you to awaken that Kundalini energy inside of you. Bring that energy. They're bringing that force back to the planet. Cause it's ugly right now. It's ugly with all these wars. It's a world war for real. Nothing but motherfuckers getting it. See what I'm saying? Nothing but motherfuckers getting it. So everybody at war. It's a world war. All planes right now. All planes that's connected to the earth realm are at war. Because these cabal motherfuckers have figured out how to, through Stargate technologies, they figured out how to access other realms. And they've been fucking shit up in those other realms. You see what I'm saying? And they've been going to war with these beings for doing it. So that's what's going on here. That's what's going on. So y'all best to believe we are at war. We've been at war. Right now, it's a Cold War. Y'all don't know the type of war we in right now. In America, it's a Cold War. You know, a Cold War is pretty much covert. We know we at war, but ain't nobody got guns in their hands going around shooting motherfuckers yet. That's what a Cold War is. It's a war of the mind, war of the spirit, war of the soul. That's what you're seeing right now, Cold War. Now, hot war, of course, is, you know, gunfire, gun lasers, motherfuckers got machetes slicing your head off, that type of shit. That's hot war. But Cold War, we in a Cold War with these motherfuckers right now. Espionage. Goddamn, who can beat who right now? You see what I'm saying? And it's slowly starting to manifest in the physical. More and more. This Cold War. You can tell something is going on, something big. Like, they just fired 200 bankers at Wells Fargo. What that mean? That mean they shit falling apart. Bankers supposed to be the wealthiest motherfuckers on the planet. Hell, they financiers. That's their specialty. So if that's their specialty and they get fired, what the fuck you think gonna happen to the average man and woman? You see what I'm saying? That means their system is dying. So, but like I told them, between 2020 and 2023, this shit gonna end. This shit gonna end. They already letting you know it's gonna end. Cause what they trying to do now is institute a one world currency, but the Federal Reserve pretty much done. They trying to switch to a one world currency. China, Mozambique, and the Royal Court trying to institute this one world currency so we can be enslaved in a different way. That's why they babying everybody up in the movies. You know, it's more diverse now, diversity. They doing that shit there now because they're trying to trick you into believing in their system again. So they giving you what you want right now, and they're going to do that more and more as time goes on. The more people wake up and realize what the fuck is going on, the more they're going to start to fucking baby you and try to get you to believe in their shit again. Because they want you here. They want you enslaved in their archonic matrix so they can continue to feed off you. See what I'm saying? The archons need them to feed off you. You see what I'm saying? They need your energy, and fucking Earth is one of the most powerful feeding grounds because Earthlings have high amount of emotional energy. And so since they have a high amount of emotional energy, that means they have a high amount of life force. So they have a high amount of life force, it's a fucking orgy. Goddamn, it's a buffet. Shit, it's Golden Corral up there for them motherfuckers. See what I'm saying? So he making sure Earth stay locked down than else. Shit, Mother Heart, Mother Earth, Mother Gaia. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So they making sure she stay locked down. It's going on. It's going down around here. It's going down. So you're gonna see a lot of shit fall apart between now and 2023. Yeah, we in Scorpio now. It's about time you're gonna see a lot of death and rebirth happen. The death of the old world and rebirth of the new world. You're gonna see a lot of that in Scorpio. And from this point on, all the way up into 2023, to the summer of 2023, you're gonna see a huge transformation on this planet. Cause the only reason a lot of people ask me why shit just won't pop off now, Marvin, because it's a Cold War. And then Cold War is all about espionage. Go research the Cold War of the 60s. It was all about espionage, covert warfare. You fight in the shadows of society, on the back end of society, the shadow side. You see what I'm saying? You fight in the shadows. Don't nobody know what's going on, but they can feel something is going on in the shadows. You see what I'm saying? Like something's lurking just behind the fucking light. You see what I'm saying? What's going on? The greatest light casts the greatest shadows. So it's a war between starseeds and fucking the cabal agents. You see what I'm saying? And it's real covert, real subtle. And most people is like, what the fuck is going on? And when we tell them this, they be like, y'all sound crazy because they can't see it. It's a covert war. It's an invisible war. You see what I'm saying? It's an espionage. Shit, we fucking the system up on the back end of the force. You see what I'm saying? The shadows through the force. They can't see it yet, but they gonna soon see it when this shit start collapsing for real. They gonna see the manifestation, the result of our work, but they'll never know what really went down for the last 120 years. You see what I'm saying? They'll never truly know what happened between 1900 and now. You see what I'm saying? 1900 and 2020. The 120 lessons. Like Elijah Muhammad told us. You see what I'm saying? They'll never truly know what this war was about until the last minute. They'll never know how hard we worked to free their asses. And that's okay. You know, we didn't come down here for glory. We came down here for freedom. You see what I'm saying? To break this shit down and free our people and ourselves and the planet, of course, Mother Earth, so we can get back to the golden realms, so we can have our golden age and be free again. So that's what this is about, definitely. What's up, Tasha? That's what this is about, definitely. So yeah, that's why y'all don't see nothing really going on. See, you see what I'm saying? It's happening through the Force, like they showed you Star Wars. And Star Wars, if you ever notice when the Jedi and Sith fight, there's never anybody ever around. Why is this? Because the war's happening in the Force. You see what I'm saying? Or in the astrals, or in the other realm that's not the physical. But it affects the physical because whatever happens in one dimension echoes into the other. You see what I'm saying? So that's why you never see what's really fucking going on in society. You just it affects the results in some shape, form, or fashion, but you don't know where those results came from. You never see the process. You never see the archons roll up on you unless you're a starseed who is a magical warrior / warriors. Here too fucking fuck this shit up. We the only ones who see the war. The rest of society who sleep don't see shit. Like they showed you in the Matrix. Notice in the Matrix that you never see the regular people actually see most of the time the starseeds fighting against the agents. And the one time that fucking hobo did see it, he was fucking shocked to see what was going on in the Force. And goddamn, that's when the agent picked up on his signal, his frequency had irregularity to it, and he picked up on it. And that's when he transformed into him. You see what I'm saying? So 98 to 99% of the time, motherfuckers don't see what the fuck is going on through the Force. All these movies coming out, Gemini Man, John Wick, and all these other movies that's been coming out lately. I always notice that the police is catching hell with these motherfuckers. Or you never see anybody around. Or if they do see it, they fucking shocked as hell that it is happening in front of them. Because all this shit is happening through the Force, through the astral realm, through somewhere where most people, or somewhere in a back room, somewhere in the shadows that you can't see. That's why when people ask you, why we never see these motherfuckers, Marvin? This is why. It's a covert war. It's a Cold War. It's a Cold War. Go back and research the Cold War of the 60s between America and Russia. And you literally in a magical Cold War. You see what I'm saying? You're in a magical Cold War. That's what this is. A magical Cold War. That's literally what we in right now. That's why nobody in regular society can see that shit. Matter of fact, in this Starseed to tell you, I go to war with these motherfuckers in the Force, and then I come back to the physical like I ain't did shit. I come back to physical and work my fucking 9 to 5. Come back to the physical and I do this. I'm on my lunch break, fucking niggas up. I come back from my lunch break and I finish up my shift. Go tend my kids. Go to the store, buy groceries or some shit. You see what I'm saying? You see, because Starseeds live dual lives. They live in one life. They Jedi masters, supreme wizards, and master oracles and psychics. And in the other life, they just regular people living their life. That's called being an agent, a double agent, actually, agent of the Source, to be precise. You see what I'm saying? Agent of the Force instead of being an agent of the system, or the Cabal. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. The Cabal got their agents, and the Source of all got its agents. You see what I'm saying? And the Starseeds, the Order of Starseeds are its agents. We the Watchers. We the observers. We the Master Jedi. We the guys. You see what I'm saying? The Force wielders. The magicians. You see what I'm saying? The psychic warriors. You see what I'm saying? that people hear about, because that shit that most people hear about, it's a legend to them, it's a myth to them because they never see it. And we are living legends. We are living myths, walking around, myth keepers. Literally living dual lives, twofold, fucking shit up. You see what I'm saying? Fucking shit up. Here we go back to our regular lives. You see what I'm saying? Like after this lecture, as I drop this science I'm giving y'all right now, I'm going back home and play video games. And do some regular shit. You see what I'm saying? That's how it works. You for half time you in the force, the other half you in the physical. Just doing basic shit. And doing what needs to be done until the time, the prophesied time when shit ends. That's how it all works, y'all. That's how it all works. That's why when people ask you why we never see this shit that y'all talking about, tell them it's a Cold War, a magical Cold War. Shit, World War III is a magical Cold War right now. Nobody's seeing nothing until the prophesied end of this shit, the true end of the cycle, the rapture as they call it, fully happens. You see what I'm saying? The conjunction that they talk about in Dark Crystal, where you actually do see shit for real. Then that's when everybody gonna see what's going on when that prophesied rapture start to take place. So that's what's happening here. Tell them motherfuckers in the magical Cold War. It's sad that you don't leave me, and it's sad you can't see what's going on, but we at war. And I'm a super soldier, God warrior around here. Daywalker, like Blade and Akasha, putting in work. And goddamn, it's sad that y'all never see that shit. Like even in Blade, the vampires was off somewhere in the back room, where the regular humans just walking around, not knowing what the fuck is going on. And every now and then a regular human, like old girl in the first Matrix, the first Blade, she got exposed to that shit because she got bit. She got exposed to the realm, the force. What's going on for these deities going to war with each other. That's all that's happening. It's a war of the gods, like they showed you in Dragon Ball Z. Shit, these motherfuckers in the sky fighting humans going to work. This nigga threw a sun at the earth. Niggas going to work. You see what I'm saying? This nigga Beers threw a sun at the earth, and niggas still going to work like ain't shit happening. You see what I'm saying? So this is what we talking about. Nature wars. World War III is an intergalactic, interplanetary, magical Cold War right now. And at some point it's gonna shift to a hot war where everybody see what the fuck going on. But by that time we'll be shifting into our higher selves. You see what I'm saying? So I may speak on the magical Cold War later. You see what I'm saying? Just give y'all a little bit more on it. But I just wanted to really talk about the nature wars today, and just give y'all a little bit of what's really going on around this motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? So y'all know what it is. So remember, when people ask you what these beings and what's really going on, tell the motherfuckers we're in the magical Cold War. They gonna ask you what that means. That means the war is invisible. You can see it if you choose to, but if you choose to see it, believe me, when you see them, they see you. So your ass better have a force choke in your back pocket. You better have a lightsaber. On some levels, it's good that the motherfuckers can't see it, because they'll lose their goddamn mind. Because a lot of these beings are monstrous. They look horrifying. You see horror movies. You see what I'm saying? They look horrifying. Motherfuckers ain't ready for that shit. They're not trained to deal with horrific shit. They're not trained in horror occultism like that. So they're not trained to deal with the monsters that live up under your bed, or the monsters, the so-called demons that lurk in the shadows ready to fuck you up. The archons, these celestial vampires that's feeding on you. They're not ready for that. So, just let them know what it is, what's going on here. But it may not be good. It may not be a good thing to let them know. Just feed them yeah. Just know nothing is what it seems. If they ask you what's going on, just tell them. Just remember, nothing is what it seems. Go back and listen to Pastor Troy, vice versa. Nothing is what it seems. So, with that being said, I'm pretty much ended on that. Any questions? What's up, Ashley? What's up, Colleen? No, any question? So yeah, let the motherfuckers know y'all in a magical Cold War. That's what the fuck is going on here in America. And that Cold War getting hotter. It's warming up. With system crashing. Any questions before I get up out of here? Javari Rose, what's the best way to team up with others like us? Well, in my experience, Javari, you meet them when you meet them. You meet them when you need them the most and when they need you the most. So you ain't even gotta, force it. It'll happen naturally. You meet whoever you need to meet when you need to meet them. That's called force attraction. Y'all attract to each other when y'all both vibing on the same frequency at the same moment in the same moment in time, and y'all come together to do some work or put in work. So don't worry, your soul team coming. Like anybody else who on this journey, your soul team will come when you need them the most. But now just continue to work on yourself and you'll get there. You know the question. All right. There's no other question. I'm Marvin Jones. Y'all put the word out. Share this with your friends. And I'm out. Peace.